Sure they are. I just wanted them to be really clear on it. Let's get to our next topic.
Well, whether it's going to be the defining issue or not, there's been a new wrinkle on the LRT situation. So a former senior manager from HSR is coming back to educate council on the benefits of BRT, which is going to infuriate the LRT supporters. Is ideally going to educate council a little bit further on what could be another option, but I still don't know why it is that we should be looking through the Christmas wish book when we don't know how much money we have to spend. Nothing has moved an inch between the city and the province in terms of knowing what their contribution is. So it's all well and good that we can get up to speed and learn about other options.
Well, we did get a hint from Ted McMeekin, who did say, I believe I read in the last 24 hours, that it's likely not 100% funding. So that gives us, I mean, I think we all kind of figured that out by now.
Right, but there's a lot of room between 0 and 99.
Of course. So I'm interested in hearing what this person has to say, because they have no dog in the hunt, so to speak. They were part of the Rapid Ready plan. They're, from what I read about the presentation, which is happening tomorrow, they're approaching it very pragmatically, sort of scientifically, saying if the economic situation has changed and BRT can be more environmentally friendly now. In these last sort of 6 years, there's been some advancements around the busing there. And there's a big savings to the city. Now, BRT is more to maintain than LRT would be. So, I mean, there's issues back and forth. Savings up front maybe, but more later. Point is, it's somebody who knows a lot about it, who wants to bring the perspective to council. And I think all of us need to hear it with open ears. My children's favorite expression that they learned was, sometimes you need to shut your mouth and open your mind. I think that all of us in Hamilton can do that. Even though I've been a proponent of LRT, I think there's good potential for it in the future in terms of all the development that will come from it, has in other cities. I'm going to listen to the BRT thing closely because I want to be informed. I think we all need to be.
$850 million is guaranteed to be $1 billion, if not more. And I think I got these numbers from listening to Brad Clark speak. So the LRT as it's proposed as such would be an option, and I mean only an option, for 20% of Hamilton's population. Of that 20% that could access the LRT, about a third presently take public transit. And I know there's always going to be a boost when there's something new and shining, but essentially we're talking about $1 billion for 7% of the population. This is a city that needs a whole lot of improvement to transit. This is a province that needs a whole lot of improvement to transit. So that can't be the winning argument in terms of best bang for buck in terms of transit. The story really needs to be told, if in fact it can be sold, as to the other benefits of LRT.
Right.
I don't care. I live in a treehouse in the forest. There's no buses. There's nothing for me. It doesn't much matter, but we're not getting a fair argument.
Well, this is what Fred Eisenberger said in his press release, that there hasn't been, and he said this, I believe, during the debate, that there hasn't been enough selling of the benefits of LRT beyond just the transit usage numbers, which I think some people might even argue with you on those. But it's the fact that there is an economic spin-off of LRT. There are nodes, and even in cities that haven't even got the tracks down, of build-up around where the stations are going to be. So the idea of intensification and attracting investment and all that is part of that sales case. And Fred Eisenberger is saying that case hasn't been made well enough in the last few years. So that's partly, I think, the purpose of his release. My point is, Loren, we're agreeing on the fact that the case for LRT has not focused enough on benefits. It's been too much on cost, and we've never been able to nail down the funding, so it's been just frustrating. I am not saying I'm shifting my position from LRT, but I'd like to hear from this individual who thinks that I should consider shifting said position. And I hope council has an open mind as well. We can't be incalcitrant. We have to listen.
Of course, and tying this back into our first topic, the mayor's race, essentially it's McCaddy, LRT all the way. It's Brad Clark, LRT no thanks. And now we've got an interesting evolving position from former Mayor Fred to see where it goes.
Well, he's for it, but he wants to have a community consultation, if you read his release.
He's being very soft compared to Brian's position.
He said that he's always supported it. Yes. It's in the release, and that he's for it. And then you've got, if Jamie runs, Jamie saying forget all, why can't we just put some few more buses on the busy routes? So, I mean, and then you've also got Crystal Levine has a position on her version of, LRT. She has a very, she brought up at the debate, I thought, a very strong position.
She talk about the A line?
Do you know what? I don't know all
Who
the
brought
details
that
of
up?
it.
And
I haven't seen a press release. If she wants to send a press release, then we'll have all the details on her position. But I remember during the debate, she had some considerations from maybe some of the more suburban perspectives on this in terms of the usage of LRT vis-a-vis the cost. So again, to candidates, if you want us to have a more clear sense of what you stand for on the specifics, send us releases.
And I implore the LRT supporters to reach out to the LRT non-supporters, that you don't need to just high-five each other and Facebook your already agreeing friends on the benefits, that you got to take this message out to Waterdown, Flamborough. And I know that the urbanist mentality doesn't often include that stuff, but we are all one city.
Well, and that's what I think Fred is suggesting he'd like to do. So we'll see. Obviously, it's a huge election issue. It still is at this point. Speaking of urbanists.
So it's becoming an absolute mess. The Blanchard buildings in Gore Park.